Welcome back everyone. With the recent release of Squad's 9.0 update, I've decided to revisit this tactical goof and see what damage Unreal Engine 5 has done to this game. Here's my review of Squad. The graphics of this game, when it was initially released in early access, were pretty good, but not great. After several major updates, the game eventually transitioned.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
No, not that type of transition. I mean transitioned out of early access phase. With that, and some graphical changes came along with it. The grass looked grassier, the trees were treeing, and the water looked watery. Overall, the game looked great, although people who had performance issues during early access, well, let's just say they won't be forgotten. With the UE5 update, there were real concerns that the jump from UE4 to UE5 would tank the game's performance. Plenty of people on Steam were upset, waving torches and pitchforks with legitimate complaints. I played a few games before the UE5 update to see how things would run and what graphical changes would stand out. Honestly, it's not a night and day difference. Some objects and buildings look smoother, details feel sharper, and water reflections stand out more. Explosions and smoke effects look different too, though it could just be me for not playing for a while. One of the many things Squad does well is how dynamic it can be. One minute you're shoveling to build a base, the next you're deep in a firefight or getting zeroed in by artillery. This game is not for the weak-hearted, especially if you're the type who needs to see yourself on the top of the leaderboards, gassing yourself up with kill counts. There aren't any kill streaks, no ranking system to separate sweaty players from new players. You'll have matches where you're completely stomped. It could be because of the faction you're playing as, poor team communication, or just bad luck on the spawn points. You'll laugh, you might whine, but at the end of the day, you'll realize that you had a good time. Kinda like that one Hinge date you hooked up with, only later to doom scroll her Instagram and realize that she has nothing but guy friends. Probably should have strapped up for that one. Yeah, there's nothing here. Don't even worry about it. Although Squad is fun and has a lot going for it, the learning curve and sweatiness might turn off newcomers to Milsim games. Sometimes you'll find great teammates or squad leaders willing to help new players, but I've also seen some not so welcoming players who take the game way too seriously. As for the UE5 update, personally, I haven't seen much performance dips. I'm usually hovering around 60 FPS, even in the most chaotic moments, with most of my settings on high to epic, and also a DLSS on quality. So I might be the exception compared to those reporting performance issues. Overall, Squad is truly amazing, and also is the deep throat goats of Milsims. If you're on the fence, I recommend grabbing it, especially on a sale. If you're a big back Milsim veteran who loves Arma 3 and Reforger but wants something a little bit less hardcore, I encourage you to try this game. No screaming female soldiers, no kill streaks, just you and your squad memeing your way to the next objective, only to realize you're going the wrong way the whole time.
There's a tank on my position, bones.